Hello, I think we must be live now. Let me put myself on the transparent mode so I can hear myself. There you go. Let me put myself on the transparent mode so I can hear myself. I kind of feel like you guys can't hear myself, right? I don't know. Let's try it out. I'm going to be listening to myself for a bit, just doing some audio checks at the start. And yes. Gotta make sure that we have the right microphone as well. Wait, right? Do we have the right microphone? Do we have the right microphone? Yeah, we do. Good. Let's do that. Those audio checks now. Put myself on the transparent. So I can hear myself. I kind of feel like you guys can't hear myself, right? I don't know. Let's try it out. Do we have the right microphone? Yeah, we do. Hello guys. Yeah, we're ready now. We're ready to go. Hello Robin. Good to see you here, dude. And welcome to another C++ stream. We're going to be doing some C++ today. I'm kind of missing out on kind of writing C++ code. I feel like at work I'm mostly doing Rust and then some various different CI/CD stuff. And I'm not doing C++ as much anymore, which is kind of sad really. But yeah, we're here today to do just that. Vinay Sharma, hello guys. The idea for today's stream is to get a very old Nintendo DS that I've had for years, since I was actually very young. One of the first things that I actually had as a present here in the UK when we moved over was a Nintendo DS. It wasn't this one, it was a different one. But I've always been playing with these things. And we're going to try and compile some interesting code to this. We're going to decide what we're going to compile to this. As a disclaimer, I have previously played around with cross-compilers and the SDK that you can use to run code on these things. So it's called DevKitPro, and that has all the GCC compilers, the GCC cross-compilers, and all the tooling needed, like CMake, wrappers, and stuff like that you need to be able to write C++ code for the Nintendo DS, right? And if you are trying to do something like this at home as well, and you have a Nintendo DS, well, you might be lucky, because if you have a Nintendo DSi, like this one here, you can actually install Homebrew on it by jailbreaking it. So if you look at this guide here, so dsi.cfw.guide, this website contains everything that you need to know and do to your Nintendo DSi for you to be able to jailbreak it and run any sort of unsigned code on your Nintendo DS. Not only that, once you actually jailbreak it, you're going to be needing something called, I think it was like Rocket Rob's, what is it called? I forgot what it is now. Twilight Menu. There you go. So this is kind of the bootloader for a modded Nintendo DS right here, and it's a very nice like little project, and it basically just means that you're going to load into a different sort of UI. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. That sucks. That really sucks. Let me see if I can turn off the NVIDIA thing. Right, there you go. It's camera, and then if I turn off my background removal, and you can see my whole background now. Sorry for the mess, but you can see that my Nintendo DSi here has a different kind of bootloader on it, so it's not the official Nintendo like loading screen, right? And from here I can select any sort of like application that I build and put on my SD card and run it, right? So it's kind of very interesting. It's a very good project, and it's all powered by Twilight Menu basically. I'm going to turn on the background remover again because you probably don't want to see my background, but yeah, let's do it. I'm going to turn on the music back on as well. Turn the music back on. I can't do it with words today. I've been speaking the whole day, guys. I do apologize. I have basically been working since 7 a.m. non-stop because we have some urgent fixes to go through at work. And unfortunately, I'm part of the support team, which means sometimes I get to stay up late doing work, But so is life, right? Yeah, so the first thing we're going to do is, like, I already have all this stuff modded here. We're actually going to install DevKitPro, right? So if you look at DevKitPro for the Nintendo DS compilation stuff, we can look at the Get Started guide. So if you don't know, DevKitPro is some sort of, well, it is an SDK that contains all the tooling needed for you to create programs for the Nintendo DS, for the, I think the Nintendo Wii as well, if I'm not mistaken, and the Nintendo 3DS. So it has compilers for all those platforms. But yeah. So we want to install these in the first place, right? We want to kind of run this. Using Pacman, we don't have Pacman, but we can install this. Substitute DPD Pacman for Pacman on those systems. Do not add DevKitPro. Okay. Right, so do we have a Debian? There you go. So we want to install it on Debian because that's what my WSL is. I have Ubuntu installed here. So we're going to be installing the SK on this right now. And by the way, how are you guys? I mean, it's been a couple of days since I've spoken to some of you, especially you, Robin. I've not seen you in ages, dude. And same for you, Vinay. I think last time I spoke to you guys was probably like over a week ago. I hope you guys are doing well. And I hope uni for you. I think you both are students, right? So I think, you know, I hope that your university course is going amazing. It's getting to that time of the year where everyone has exams and whatnot, right? So been having a lot of other work. Yeah, that's good. I mean, university work or actual work? Right. So let's set up. Do I have DevKitPro installed somewhere? Oh, no. Yeah, I do have DevKitPro already installed. I didn't realize. I think I must have streamed something like this in the past. Both. That's good, man. That's good that you have university work and actual work as well, right? So you can get some extra cash at the end of the month. Yeah, so we have DevKitPro installed. That means I probably already have a project in here. There you go. So I do have already some projects that I've played around on the DS before that I've compiled, like a bouncy ball. Hello, Susie. Sue. So I have a bouncy ball project that is actually still here on the device, and I can perhaps even show it to you guys. Now I've got a second camera. Does it work? If I put a second camera here, let's try the setup, right? Because I have two cameras. I could use one of them. That means you're going to lose some of my shine because I don't have the... There you go. So if we do it like here, and you're going to see what I'll do in a second, I'm going to add on... This is getting too convoluted. I'm going to add another video camera device. And this is for the DS, right? Let's see if we can do this. DS. We don't want the integrated camera. Ooh, no. That is ugly. I have my USB live camera. There you go. And if I put it right here, in a way that you guys are probably still gonna see the DS. Does it work? Yeah, beautiful. Beautifully. Now let me sort this out because this is very difficult for me to set up. There you go. I'm not gonna have this on all the time, just when I want to show you guys something. And in fact, you can't even see anything because it's just too damn bright, right? So can we change that? Can we change that? Yeah, save it. Configure video. There you go, brightness. This is not working, is it? Sharpness. There you go. We're gonna have to turn the brightness right down, I guess. Does it look better now? Amazing. Oh, great. So you can see what I'm holding on now. And yeah, so let's get started. So what I was saying is I've got a project here already called Bouncy Ball, I think. Yeah, there you go. So all this does so far is it loads a bouncy ball on the DS. I'm not sure if you can quite see it. Oh no, that's a different project. Never mind. That's just an animation one. Let's see if we can find the bouncy ball. Jesus Christ. I'm choking now. And again, I'm just running this. Twilight menu. ROMs. Like, I could swear I had the bouncy ball project in here already. Maybe not. But anyway, so you can see that I've got some applications that have been built with DevKitPro, such as this really cool, I guess, just example of how you can do some animation. So it's just a sprite moving kind of thing, and it's one of the example projects that comes in with DevKitPro. I think I just used that. We've got a few projects here that we can try and compile to get our setup working, right? I'm gonna turn the DS stuff off right now. So one of them is called Spelunker DS, and I remember looking at this project in the past, and it's a very cool open source game for the DS, right? So if you look for it, and again, apologies for the Minecraft music. But yeah, it's a very cool open source game that you can actually build yourself, right? So if you look at the GitHub for it, it's all here. Let's go in and try to actually compile this. If I'm not mistaken, it's all sorted already on CMake. So as you can tell, it comes with a CMake lists here. And the CMake lists already integrates quite well, actually, with the DevKitPro ecosystem. So for example, let's take a look at it just so you can see what I mean. We have this variable here, which kind of, sets the DevKitPro environment variable to, well, the DevKitPro variable to the environment variable value, and that just gets the root directory where all the compilers, all the tooling is installed for DevKitPro, right? And let's check that I've got that. And I do. It's all here, right? So you can see DevKit ARM is all there. And not only that, I think it contains some important CMake to actually create a ROM file, right? And let's see what else we do here. So add executable is Spelunker DS. Okay, cool. I mean, let's try and run this. There is a make file too, you can see. But I wonder what happens if we just do a CMake CMake on this, right? So CMake this, and then if we do a set, source is going to be here, and the build is going to be build, right? See, in this case, it's not getting the right settings for me. I can see straight away that it's just identified my own GCC. I'm going to turn this music down a little bit. It's like, I can't really hear my thoughts. I hope that's okay. Yeah, so in this case, this hasn't worked. Maybe because I have to set the CC values and stuff. Hello, Slim. Hello, Antonio. I didn't realize Antonio was here as well. Welcome, you guys. So yeah, that's because I probably have to set up my toolchain file, right? So let me figure out what we actually get with DevKitPro. So let's see if there's a toolchain file we can perhaps even use, right? So DevKitPro CMake toolchain. Ooh. CMake exe for reference. Now I'm looking for the CMake file for this toolchain file that perhaps they release. So what is this one? This toolchain file has been superseded by DevKitPro CMake. Ah, okay. Maybe I just have to call the correct CMake, right? I guess. So let's see what we actually have inside the installation directory. So we have CMake here, DevKitPro ARM, CMake, okay. These are all the toolchains. So port libs, NDS, bin. Okay, yeah, we do have a CMake here. Maybe we can use that one, right? So let's do this. and copy it all in here, because we're going to be calling this CMake instead. Why can't I copy this right here? There you go. And this is basically going to be replaced with DevKitPro, I think. Right, cool. And that's what we call, right? So if we just do this, does it work? Yeah, there you go. I'm going to keep that in the clipboard because we're actually going to try and compile it with this now. It would be cool though if we can set the CMake executable to the right one, right? So let's try that. So settings and .json. I open my user settings here, and there's got to be a CMake setting in Visual Studio Code, right, where we can set the executable. CMake.executable, export binary path or something. Maybe not. Yeah, let's see if we can set the CMake executable to my DevKitPro one. VSCode. Set CMake path. Yeah, this is something that you can do quite easily on like Sea Lion and on Visual Studio, you know, fully fledged Visual Studio. But I've never actually had to do that. CMake path was the option, by the way. Okay, I didn't realize that. CMake path. Oh yeah, what the hell? Thank you, Robin. Missed that entirely. So if we set this, I'm pretty sure we can do like end here, or just DevKitPro. Let's see. Okay, so how do we put environment variables in there? So env variables, VSCode, settings, .json. Because I don't actually know. Env, it's usually like env and something. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Right, is this gonna work? CMake clean rebuild. Let's scan for kits. It's still not finding my. I mean, it's kind of finding it there, I guess. That is a cross compiler, but it's not finding the specific one that I need, the GCC compiler that I need from DevKitPro. Let's just see what that should be. Actually, let's do a find name anything.gcc. Can we do a type as well? Something like type, right? Oh, there's an option. What is the file option again? Find executable. Type exec. Okay, type file. Let's do a type here. File. No, that just gives me files. Jesus. What do I want? Executable. Type F executable, right? Dash executable. Good. What was needed there? Alright, so we're basically looking for VS Code to find these binaries here, right? As my GCC. So currently it's not, as you can probably tell. But yeah, let's scan for the kits. Rescan for workspace, rescan for kits. I just kind of think that this setting is not really going through. There's only one way to know it. Let's reopen it. Development Spelunky. See. I don't think it's working fine. Wait. Where's my CMake build? Executing command, CMake version. The command failed with error spawn. No end. Okay, beautiful. Loaded new set of variants. CMake kits. This is not looking great so far, but I'm sure we can fix it. Out of interest, this is not just me being stupid, right? If I put the whole path to it, so cd DevKitPro, for libs, nds, bin, and then we've got CMake here. So if I put this instead, is it still gonna fail? Yeah, no, it still fails. Capabilities exited with code 0. I mean, we don't really get much of an error here though. That's the only problem. If I Google this error, it's not gonna work. Not gonna give me anything useful, is it? I mean, has someone actually done a guide on how to get DevKitPro with VSCode? Make sure the C++ extension is installed. Ah, okay, so we got some include paths and defines. Let's try and copy this. Compiler path, right? Yeah, we hadn't also set it in the compiler path, I guess. But let's try this one, these settings, and see what we actually need from here. Alright, so first of all, these settings don't exist. Cannot be applied to Windows. It will be applied when you open a local window. If we reload the window, yeah, no, we're still getting some. It is in the CPP settings JSON file. The CPP settings JSON file. Is that a file? Is that a VS Code file? That's my question. Yeah, I mean, CPP settings. Yes. Wait, say that again. That is not a file I can find right here, right? So if we do settings.json, the only one that comes up is this one here, my user one. Maybe I'm not entirely sure what you mean, Robin. Drop the link to where you found this information, and I'll check it out. But I can find the settings here though. That's the thing. Like, the settings are showing up, so they are recognized. Whether you see C++ include paths or additional include paths. See CPP properties.json. Cool, and where do I find that file so I can edit it? It should be a separate file. Cool. Let's get rid of this in here then and add it to that one. In the VS Code folder, you need to create it. Cool, cool. Thank you, dude. So we have CPP properties. JSON, and obviously this has to be a JSON file, so we're gonna do something like that. What is the issue? Include path is not allowed. Why not? Oh no, yeah, not allowed. It's alright. I mean, it might not be the best answer, this one, so we'll check for something else, I guess. I have no idea how I built this before. Oh, there's a nice NDS VS Code template here. So what is this? Oh, let's see what they've got in their VS Code. Okay, they've got a bunch of good stuff here, so let's see. What is CCPP properties.json? CCPP properties.json. I'm gonna just whack all of this in there and maybe try and understand it after. Okay, that's a lot better. It's looking way more promising. Way more promising. Yes, that looks good. Yeah, so forced include. I have no idea what this even does. Do we have a documentation for this? Let's have a look. I mean, because I don't have that. Unable to reset configuration with compiler. DevKitPro. Yes, because it doesn't exist. There you go. Compiler path. Great. And this is also for Windows, so let's port this. Okay, that's one thing that is happy with. I'm not sure what this is bringing us. Can we? I mean, I commented it out, but can we comment on JSON? That doesn't exist, right? Anyway, it's not worried about that. Maybe VSCode actually allows comments. And yeah, DevKitPro libnds. Let me see if that is libnds. Is it here? Yeah, it is. So it is. This is documentation for it. Robin, I can't see the links, dude. I'm not sure if you can see it on the thing. So drop it to me on Discord, and I'll check it out. Yeah, sorry about that, dude. So just send it to me on Discord. You've got my man. There you go. Customize. Okay, this is the documentation for the actual C++ extension, right? Yeah, cool. I will use this as a reference if I need to. What's forced include? I mean, it doesn't say what it is, but... Anyway, we'll keep that there for now. I don't know if we need it, so I'm gonna keep it out. And if we had some issues with it, we'll try and figure out from the GitHub repo that we were looking at before what it actually does. And yeah, look, yeah, I love when documentation pages don't actually have the one thing they're supposed to have, which is the documentation. Right, so we have, what is it, DevKitPro here, and then we have that, and we have this. libnds, and then that, and all the includes right there. Just gotta make sure that I'm actually doing it correctly. Yeah. Oh no, this is actually gonna be turned into a little env DevKitPro. Okay, any more Windows paths? This one here, I guess. So browse. What is browse? Now maybe we can use the the documentation here. Browse. Right. At least there's a few more hits. There's a few more hits. I mean, no. I just know it's a string. I just know it's a string. I mean, it doesn't have the IntelliSense documentation either. You know, in this particular project, we don't have any includes, so like this does nothing to me. I mean, this is a little bit better, I think. So, env DevKitPro. I'll be very happy if we can compile this game and run it on my Nintendo DS. I'll be very happy. And DevKitPro. I got the message, I'll check in a second. Okay. Is this the same stuff? Oh no, it's a different page. Cool. Jesus, thank you. Thank you for finding that page. Right, let's look at browse now. Browse, the set of properties used when CPP IntelliSense engine is set to tag parser. Okay, it's for IntelliSense stuff then. Cool. Now let's look at forced include, which sounds a little bit sus to me. No, this describes it. Cool, cool. A list of files that should be included before any other characters in the source files are processed. Files are included in the ordered list. Okay, so this includes whatever you mention here first. So this guy has a VSCode fix header file that fixes all these things. But we'll figure out what that fix is and if we really need it, because I am not too sure. I'm not convinced. But anyway, CPP properties. So can we look a CMake scan kits? Scan for kits. Please show me the DevKitPro now. Select a kit. No, they're still not showing up. This is not cool. Not cool. I wonder what happens to my CMake CXX here. So, I mean, he found a bunch of stuff. So why are they not showing up? That's my question. Even more links, dude. Thank you. Wait, no. That's someone else messaging me. What the hell? Okay, I'm not ready to look at the other messages, so I'm trying to focus on this one. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not loading the commands here. And also, CMake is kind of exiting. Let's try loading it again. Yeah, the way I build all this stuff before is by just simply calling the make file, basically. I have never actually integrated DevKitPro to VSCode, hence why we're struggling here. Some status bar options make sense. I've moved to project view. Okay, don't show it again. I don't care. Yeah, so we're still not quite there. Let's see what else this person does. We're gonna download an emulator soon, real soon. Okay, don't care about that Moon. Install a copy of Visual Studio Code if you don't already have it, and also the following extensions: ARM, CCXX, IntelliSense, and CMake. The only thing we don't have is ARM, right? I don't know which one this actually means. So ARM assembly. Add syntax highlighting for the ARM assembly language. Yeah, I mean we don't need the highlighting for it. Just yeah. I'm not gonna overinstall things. Using the template, the C++ source code for Nintendo DS program will go into source directory. The main C++ file in this template is from the NDS Hello World example that comes with DevKitPro. Cool. You can use this as a starting point for your program. The include directory has a VSCode fix that is a file that is used to fix the IntelliSense behavior in Visual Studio Code. At the moment, IntelliSense isn't smart enough to detect the feature flags that would be set by the compiler. So we add any interfaces that IntelliSense doesn't understand to this file. Cool, let's see what it looks like. Include VSCode fix. Cool. Not too much there. I mean, yeah, to me it seems that it's still not quite there though. What's tasks.json? Make, run, okay. Yeah, I mean, this is really just kind of, from what I can see, it's setting up for make, not CMake projects, which is cool as well, I guess. Now let me think. If we do a configure, what happens here? Oh yeah, so if we just unspecify it picks my default one. Oh no, there you go. Check for working compiler. It seems to be working. Right, cool. Does it work? I mean, we may have gone through all of that without the actual need for it. So CMake, ignore an extra path. Run CMake. Wait, what? CMake build. CMake unknown argument. Dot. The command exited with 1. Okay. So it's because it's passing this random ass stuff here. Okay, now this is not good. Let's delete the cache and reconfigure just in case. And building it doesn't work because we get past the dash without any actual arguments after it. This is meant to separate arguments, but I guess it doesn't work when you have it at the very end. So what can we do? Config target all. If I just do a CMake build here, CMake S here, B build. I mean, yeah, that's building for my thing, right? So if I do a DevKitPro, something like portlibs, and then NDS, and then CMake here, right? Bin CMake. Unknown argument build. What the hell? What is this version of CMake anyway? It's 3.28. What the hell? No argument for build. What the hell? Why does it not take the directory? Let's try again. What? Why does it not accept my build directory? Path to the build. There you go. What? Ah, okay. Is it just because I'm actually supposed to just call the real CMake? So CMake build like this. Wait, what am I doing wrong here? CMake build. Build is not a directory. I am so confused right now. What is going on? Oh, I'm already inside build. Fucking hell. That's the problem. I'm just an idiot. I do apologize for that. Okay, and then we get a bunch of linking errors, as expected. So, what's the very first one? That tends to happen. Failed spelunky.elf. So we go undefined references to Spelunky tiles. Okay. Out of interest, if I do a make build, does it work? Make. If I remove whatever spelunky.ds.elf. That's a nice wall of text. Yeah, welcome to C++ linking errors. I hope you enjoy your stay. Welcome to the stream, dude. Good to see you again. If I just run a make here, see, make does work. And what are they actually doing in the make file? Maybe we can use some of that. Yeah, I mean, the only problem with make files is that I don't want to, kind of want to work with CMake. But we can kind of see what kind of flags they are setting here. I'm pretty sure Trump could see it as a border to Mexico. Yeah, I like the joke, dude. mean, at the very least, we know that we can compile it with make, right? So we don't have to worry too much about CMake if we're going to be stuck for the end of the night, the stream. What are these songs, man? These are so bad. And this all sounds like a clowny song. That's better. There you go. We love Nintendo. I'm gonna get a copyright strike though if I play this. 100%. Should I do it anyway? Why not? So we strip DevKit ARM. Please have DevKit ARM, include DevKit ARM DS rules. Wait, what's DS rules? Maybe we can find something similar for CMake. Oh, we have DevKitPro already in here. So DevKit ARM. We have DS rules here. What is DS rules? Okay, this is a bunch of CMake, a bunch of make files, even more make files to link all the stuff that we need. So libnds, anything. I'm just kind of gonna see if I can file any CMake related stuff here. To be honest, CMake. Find in here name. So we have a bunch of stuff. Platform Nintendo DS. What is that? What is this? Platform configurations. Oh, alright, that's interesting though. Can I include this? Can I just include this on my CMake file? This is a platform file, right? So platform files, if I'm not mistaken, they kind of set up all the environment for you. So platform files, CMake. Let me just make sure. Toolchain files. Oh, this is not quite a toolchain file though. At least it doesn't look like that to me. I mean, the naming doesn't say it is anyway. Anyway, what happens if I just set this as a toolchain file? I'm very interested now to know. Yeah, we've fudged this guy. We don't need him anymore. I don't think we need it anyway. Where's the CMake? Only here to make ID happy so they could index all source files. The real building happens through the make file. Set your DevKitPro installation dir. Yeah, I mean, what happens if I just literally come into my settings JSON and pass in the CMake.toolchain file, toolchain? I'll CMake additional compiler such this, arguments, what is it? Parameters. Surely it's additional something, right? Additional compiler such this, CMake. Configure args, that's the one. Ugh. And if I do something like this, CMake toolchain file. I don't suppose it is a toolchain file, but we can figure it out now. It's taken us nearly an hour just to set the shit up. Okay. What if we do a reconfigure? Oh, there you go. Include could not find request file. Platform generic DPK. Oh no, value for system processor. Yeah, so we know it doesn't work as a program corresponding to Ninja. Okay, we don't have Ninja as well from the looks of it, right? Oh no, we did, yeah. We do have Ninja. So maybe not as a toolchain file, but if we do a big include here at the very top. What happens? CMake program is not set. You probably need to select a different build tool. No, I don't need to. Yeah, let's try to get the compilers at least. I'm just gonna very lazily do it here, by the way. Let's try this one. Gosh, CXX compiler. You now have 3 likes. Thank you, Sachin. Oh yeah, please like the video. I mean, this one it's going to be a fairly boring one. It doesn't seem like we're going to be able to do much, but we're trying. You probably need to select a different build tool. No, yeah, we need to figure out how to do this properly. Hacking it is not going to be the answer. So it seems to be a toolchain file. I don't know now. We just need to execute directly like this with command. CMake and DevKitPro. Oh my god, the NDS examples have a CMake project? No, right? That can't be true. NDS CMake, good work out in your picks. Does it actually not support CMake? That's disappointing though, if there is no sort of like toolchain file or anything we can use. Right. What are these songs? They're not helping me at all. CMake toolchain. 3ds examples. 3ds examples again. Are there any NDS examples? There you can. Maybe with Scout there are repositories we'll be able to find something. This is the actual libNDS, which is the standard library implementation, I believe, right? Dude, why is this so difficult? I mean, it's a popular search, so I'm not the only one looking for this. It seems like we were right. It seems like this file here, in whatever this is, where is it? CMake. Is actually supposed to be a toolchain file, right? Well, because this person has the same thing but for the Wii. Wasn't platform. Nintendo DS. Have we looked at this file? Yeah. So what does it do? It includes generic DPK, which sets the platform. Sets the NDS architecture settings. Init platform settings. CMake system processor is ARM v5. We don't want that. What's Vim NDS here? So include DevKit ARM. What's in DevKit ARM? One by one, we're gonna figure out what these CMake files do. Okay. There's only one include. Maybe we can try setting this one as a toolchain file. I'm not sure if it's gonna work though. We've got the toolchain file set, and we've got the compiler set properly. But can we build? That's the problem. Building does work now. Jesus, I think we found it. Just watching, trying to understand. Yeah. There is no understanding, dude. It's all trial and error at this point. The documentation sucks, and we get massive linking errors, so not ideal. But at least we found. I think we found the toolchain file. That's the correct one. So let's see if we can figure out here. It's probably because one of these flags is not set correctly. I don't know which one it is. But yeah. And define reference to operate a delete of this, which is yeah, I mean it seems seems to me that the build system is at least set up correctly, except the linking stuff, right? Except it's not actually linking things properly, which is a shame. But the thing is, this is just errors. This is not like failing to link the standard library of DevKitPro. From what I can see here, this is all within, you know, is undefined reference to operator delete for, where is it? You know, somewhere in singleton's main O. So chances are, I mean, as this file here says, this is just to keep the IntelliSense happy from the looks of it. So we're definitely, you know, missing some stuff here. I don't know what, but we're missing some stuff. Or am I incorrect? Let's see. Yeah, like undefined reference to GFX got collectible PAL, got collectible. This is not really the standard library. This is whatever this Spelunky thing is supposed to be linking against. Which kind of sucks, but I do wonder like how I even compiled some of the other projects that I've got here as well. So if I look for grep.ds here, I've got NDS bouncy ball example. Let's look at this one here. Maybe Spelunky, you know, is going to be a bit more difficult to set up on CMake. And I'm happy that it compiles on with Make at least anyway, right? But yeah, I mean, I know that this one is a little bit easier, and I probably have the same setup as I do now, right? Let's have a look. This is like a project I was working on ages ago. I do have even some presets there. And what are the settings? Oh, why didn't we start from this? Why didn't we start from this project? Like, clearly I've come across this issue before. I think last time I did any Nintendo DS development was months ago. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that if we do a CMake clean rebuild and then build it, it seems to work fine, right? So if we look into build, DS, this is beautiful. Like, which build did I just do? Debug. Yeah, like, it's already here. Like, why didn't I think of this before? Oh gosh. I'm so sorry, guys. But at least you know. We went through all that trouble to figure out that all you need to do with DevKitPro is to include this file here as your toolchain file, right? The NDS. Because as we briefly saw in the files, it sets up all the platform settings and the compiler stuff and so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, first thing I want to do now is like get the micro SD card out and basically just put this file in there. So let's see how it's gonna work. This is gonna be interesting. There we go. I'm running out of like USB ports, guys. I've got like USB-Cs connected everywhere. New device detected. Thank you, Bitdefender. I didn't realize I just plugged something into my machine. So open revealing file explorer. Now we can just copy and paste things over. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the NDS stuff is supposed to be here, right? Nintendo DS. So let's put this project in there. Let's put this project in there. So DS, bouncy ball. And then we can improve it from there. Now if we go to build, could you not use an emulator on the PC? Yeah, we could. We're gonna try that. I just want to make sure that you know it's working on real hardware before we do that. There's an emulator called Desmune, and we're gonna go for that one. Actually, Actually, I just need the DS file, right? Okay. Now, if we take this out here, yeah, as Robbie mentioned, we are going to set up the emulator as well. That's the plan. And I just want to make sure that this is kind of running fine here, though. So now you guys should be able to see my screen again. What is it called? Bouncy ball. Sorry, I forgot to turn this on. And we're here. Let me find the game and then we'll see if it worked. Well, the problem is, like, it's got so many directories, I don't know where to even look for them. Okay, yeah, seems to be working. And it's a ball that's bouncing. Not sure if you can see this. It's just a little bouncy ball, nothing else. Yeah, so now let's try and get this the emulator set up, shall we? So one of the names that I've seen a lot is Desmune. Desmune. Because it has a debugger, if I'm not mistaken, right? Can we do a VSCode thing? Oh, here we are, back at this one again. Okay, forgot to turn off the screen now. Does he have a setup for Desmune? Desmune. Okay. Now for the development emulator, extract it to the same path. Okay, yeah, we're gonna download. Now let me think about this. Maybe we're gonna download the WSL version or the Linux version, so we can put it on WSL. But we're not gonna get audio though, because if you guys do any development on WSL, you probably know that it doesn't have any audio stack on it. So that's the only problem. That's the only problem. King Hader, hey King Hader. Good to see you, dude. How's it going? Okay, so can we get open emulator? Can I just compile it? Releases. How's emulator? That's me using Nintendo DS emulator. How do I build this? No, that's done. Tell you what, we don't care about debugging for now. We're just gonna download the Windows one and run the binaries from there. I can't do that much debugging anymore, guys. My brain is fried. Like, if I have to think about anything now, I'll just die. Anyway, so we've got that. Can we paste it somewhere on my downloads? There you go. Please don't tell me it's an installation file. Good, yeah, it's just a normal emulator. Let's see if we can open a ROM. So this is a question for you guys, like, how long does it take for you all to kind of be very tired of something? Because, like, I have been in front of my computer for maybe over 12 hours now. I'm getting there, I'm not completely there yet, but yeah, some days it feels like if I've been doing something straight up for 5 hours, like on the same problem, if I've got a problem that I've not solved for hours and hours, I just, you know, I have to have a break and literally spend like 2 hours not doing something. It's crazy. It's crazy how easy you can get sort of like burned out with software development. And we're back on here. Totally depends. For some days I get tired after like an hour, and some days I can sit all day. I mean, Robin, you're at uni as well, right? So like, you probably have been through those times where you have an exam the day after, and you just have to, study for the whole like 2 days before. But you get so tired that you want to not do it. But if you don't do it, you're gonna feel a lot more kind of guilty for not doing it. So yeah, dude, what I can say is just like hang on in those times, because it will definitely improve in the future. 5 hours and start watching YouTube. Yeah, like it's a cool story for you guys. When I was at uni and I had my like dissertation project, I had 2 dissertation projects, one for the 3rd year, which is like technically the last bachelor year, and another one for my master's degree. In both those times, like the 2 days before I had to actually hand it in, I didn't sleep at all, because I would like literally stay awake all night, like just writing stuff, just testing things, making sure that the projects are up to date and looking nice. So I was literally just like, I would finish those projects, I'll hand it in, and I would just be like walking around the campus like a freaking zombie, like just waiting to go to bed, basically. Hello, Miguel. How's it going, dude? It's good to see you, Miguel. Well, my back started to complain at some point. I read Nintendo Vine Santander. Jumping, dude. Jumping. But yeah, like university was quite dark sometimes, quite dark. Especially in the last few years, like in the last year especially, when you don't want to basically waste time, so you're just revising for an exam, or doing a project all day, every day for a few days before you have to hand it in, or do or actually sit an exam. But dude, I'll tell you what, when you finish, when everything is done, you're gonna feel like such a relief, and trust me, like you're gonna feel so relieved. And with that note, I can't say that I felt as stressed as I did at uni ever in my life after uni finished. So that's at least something you can kind of hang on to. You can wait for that, because it will come one day. One day you're going to be finished, and you won't ever have to do anything else anymore, basically. Like in terms of studying, obviously you still have to work, you still have to take care of your family and stuff, but it's nowhere near as stressful. Yeah, but I can see the light now. Only a few months left. Indeed, Robin. I'll tell you what, Robin, you're gonna have so much more money as well, dude. So much more money. It's all worth it. Trust me. Yeah, sometimes I think that I should have focused more on English lesson, because I never paid attention to that at all. But the thing is, King Hader, I'm not sure where you're from, dude. In fact, yeah, where are you from, King Hader? I don't know. But with English, you're still learning, dude. Like, as long as you practice it. In fact, with anything in life, you can just practice constantly and you'll get good at it. Iraq. Nice, dude. So what language do you speak there? I don't actually know. Which language is spoken in Iraq? So DS bouncy ball there. Let's actually run this DS debug. What the hell? So why does it do that on the emulator, but what is going on here? This is supposed to be a ball, you see. Let's see if we can debug this. Tools, disassembler. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna start disassembling this because I don't really know any ARM assembly, but maybe some of you guys can help me out with that. And also the rotation matrix is messed up. Look at that. So it's going up now instead of down. What the hell? Yeah, it's just a triangle that's like unbounded, I guess. But this is wrong. Spelling has always been my worst. I think I have some form of dyslexia, but I have never checked out. And Arabic is spoken in Iraq. Nice. Yeah, Arabic is a difficult language, dude. So if you can speak Arabic, you'll be able to learn English easily. Let's figure this out. Why is it doing this? Why are we not drawing anything? And yeah, Robin. I mean, I've always had that issue as well. Like reading for me is a struggle. You can probably tell in the stream, right, when I'm reading like long texts, my brain always picks up the words in front of the one I'm actually supposed to read, and then I read like, yeah, it's a bit crazy. I'm bad with numbers as well. I say numbers in different orders, but you know, I've never been diagnosed with anything, and the truth is I don't really care, to be honest. Like I could have some form of dyslexia, but you know, is it gonna, you know, having the diagnosis is probably not gonna improve things. So like I don't mind just living it out at the moment. But yeah, by all means, if you think you've got something, it's better to know, right? For sure. Don't follow my example. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so let's take a look. So why the hell is this? Okay, so we took this. Why did we take this? I think we took this from kind of like the examples in libnds. Saying my brain often sees like the first and last letters of a word and just makes an assumption. Yeah, that's literally textbook dyslexia, I think. Okay, I wrote this. Okay, yeah, of course I wrote a const per factorial function, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't. What did I do? I have no idea what I even did here. So how is this even used? So we wrote a const per power function, which returns a complex number and factorial. So I wonder if those functions are the ones that are kind of making everything fail. But yeah, let's continue and see what's going on here. So we have this function that creates a circle made of triangles with unity, radius centered at the origin, right? And clearly it's kind of not working right now because I'm not really returning anything, so it can't be working, right? So where is this used? If this is used anywhere, I'll be impressed. Yeah, no, it's not used anywhere. So like this is something I can straight up delete from the code. So we have create circles function, which is the one that actually creates the circle, I guess. Create circle. This is alien code to me, even though I'm the one who wrote it like maybe a year ago. I have no idea what I even wrote here. So we set up an array of n indices, right? And I kind of guess that we're doing something like, let's see, I kind of know what algorithm I'm using, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, we begin indices, end indices, and add 1. Okay, so we're just filling this up with like things like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we have an array of 5 numbers, right? That's kind of what's going on here. And then we create an array of points that's n plus 1. So it has, instead of 5 points, I have 1 more point. Ah, okay, I know exactly what this is doing now, just by looking at these 2 lines. So what I'm trying to do here, this may not be working correctly, and I'm sure it's not working correctly because you can kind of see it in the emulator that's not working correctly. We're drawing a circle, something like this, right? So we've got a big circle, and obviously if you know OpenGL, you know that you have to kind of have the triangles, right? You can't just draw a circle. That's not a thing. You draw it based on a set of different triangles, right? So what we're trying to do is split the circle into n triangles, right? As you can see here, so we pass in n plus 1. Yeah, so we say create a circle made of 5 triangles, and where are the colors? Where are the colors? There you go. This is kind of what we're doing. So can I zoom out? Yeah, I can zoom out. So we have the very center point, which kind of would be here, right, or something. And we're taking that and then literally just turning it into a few different triangles. Like, say we want 4 triangles, it's going to do something like this, right? Literally. And it's going to return me these triangles here instead. Ooh. Why can't I just... Okay, this is snapping. I don't like how it's snapping things. There you go. There you go. this is what it would be doing for a full size triangle. Is OOP work with C++? Yeah, C++ has object-oriented programming, so you can create classes and you have like inheritance and polymorphism and all that good stuff. I don't use it a lot though in C++, unfortunately, but yeah. And then if we had 8 triangles, it would be something like that, right? So we have this. So you can see like the number of the more triangles you have, obviously the better circle you're gonna get. But this is what it's doing. It's just splitting the circles into points, and it's giving me not the edges, but the vertices of the triangle, right, as the return value. So for this particular triangle here, the first one, let's call it. So for the first triangle, what it's doing is it's giving me the vertex here as a complex number, that one there, and this one here, right, as an XY coordinate. Any idea for a video could be create an ECS system in C++? That could be cool, yeah. I mean, I've never written an ECS system myself, but yeah, we can try that. We can definitely try that. I'm going to do some studying on it though. ECS is definitely one of those things that I know very little about, but it's kind of everywhere, isn't it? Especially in gaming. But anyway, this is what this is trying to do, and we are now creating that array with one more point. And the reason why this array here, the return array, has one more point than necessary is because, as you can probably guess, like we have 8 triangles here, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vertices plus another one, which is the middle one, right? That's all this is doing. It's returning me all these vertices in, I don't know which order it is. I'm guessing the origin is at the very start, but I don't know. Or in fact, it might just be doing these 2 and then these 2 and so on. So like it's giving me, it's not putting the origin in there, it's just giving me kind of all the pairs. So if you do like a shifting window, how many shifting windows do you have? Because like this can define one triangle if you assume that the origin is always there, right? So it can have 1 here, and then 2 here, and then 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so that's still 8. I'm not sure what the +1 is for, but I'm kind of confused now as to why I did this in the first place. So we return a point. A triangle is a const expr maths exponent of power. Wait, what? So the complex. Okay, so this does e to the power of x, right, and returns that as a complex. I guess it is. From the looks of it, it is, right? Because this looks like a Taylor expansion that I've got out of my ass, I think. I don't know where I found this, but I obviously copied it from somewhere. So it's a Taylor expansion of exp of power. And we transform each of the indices to that. Okay, so this is like okay, this is what I'm doing. Actually, this is a little bit more complicated than I thought it would be. Is the units of the circle root of unity. There you go. That's what it's called. And if you've done any complex maths, but yeah, not the Taylor. It is the Taylor expansion. The exponent function is the Taylor expansion. But this function here is then calculating the root of unity, which is something else entirely as well. So yeah, if you've done any complex maths, any complex number theory, then you know what the root of unity is. It's just a nicer way of getting like all the roots in the unity circle, right? So if you have 8, it kind of nicely divides your circle into 8 different like coordinates, call it, but they're really complex numbers. And it's just a nice little hack to create a circle. So I've got my unit circle here, which is static auto. Wait, what? Do I use this anywhere? Ooh. Yes, I do use it somewhere. or maybe I'm using actually very cool or very modern C++ in this. I didn't realize, making everything const expert and whatnot. Static const expert auto. That should still work. Nope. Expression must have a constant value. Wait, why is this not? We cannot call non-const function power std power. But where is std power here though? That's the question. Is it here? What? I'm so confused now. Called from here, called from here, called from here. Most ECS resources are taking OOP approach, but the modern ones are taking metaprogramming approach, templates, compile time functions. Yeah, I know nothing about ECS, but I'm glad you're here, Miguel. So you can explain. There is, I've seen ent. Ent is a good one, right? This is what people tend to use. This is like the kind of component system you kind of use, right? Entity system. This is a very popular one as well, and it's written in C++, so maybe we can take a look at that project at some point. Yeah, so like, why is it complaining about me using power? std power. Because I am not using power anywhere, as far as I know. Call to non-const expert function stud power. Ah, wait a second. I can see what this is. So complex isn't const expert, and it calls power somewhere within its initialization, I'm guessing here. Const expert to const eval. No, this is not that. This is because DevKitPro has implemented this with some sort of like std power, I guess. So what we can do is we can look at the complex documentation here, the stud complex documentation, and then we can see when it became const expert, if it ever is. I don't think it is, right? So constructor. See, complex since C++ 14. Yeah, I don't see which lines are kind of... I'm pretty sure it's going to be the complex stuff. So if I put 0 here and 0 here as well, and then just comment these out. There you go. So this works, right? Because I guess the problem is right here. Or is it just a matter of me putting const expert in it? Oh, const expert. I can't spell const expert, Jesus Christ. There you go. Const expert. Expression must have a constant value. View problem. Clean rebuild. Let's just see what happens there. So obviously we're not getting a good error here. Ay. Error. Const expert stud complex of float. Called in constant expression. No, const expert is not usable as const expert function because exp. Why am I using exp in this case? So const expert stud float exp is not usable as const expert because this error called to none. Right, what is the call? So pow is not const expert. but I have defined it as const expr, so I'm not understanding this. And the factorial is also const expr, that's fine. Like, why? I don't understand why it's complaining about my PAL. In file included maps. No, std complex PAL. Hello, cool stream. Hello, Antonio. Bem-vindo. For some reason this is saying that my PAL function isn't const expr, but it's not complaining about it here. Call to non-const expr function complex t PAL with TP. I just wish this had a nice like actual symptom, so it will tell me like, oh, this is the call that's causing the problems. This is the call. Yeah, like, why is it called? Oh, no way. Okay, so the DevKitPro header is leaking into my PAL function here, because it's coming from the complex header, and that defines a function called PAL, which is not in a namespace std, right? I assume. Oh my god, this is crazy. This is like the Microsoft min-max functions. Anyway, we can solve this very quickly by just doing something like my PAL or something. This is so crazy. How did you not see this? Like, my PAL is gonna go to my PAL. GC. We don't want this one, not that one, not that one. Yes it is, yes it is, yes it is. Replace all of them. No suitable conversion from complex to float exists. What is X? So float X and float Y. Wait, right, this is a little bit better now. I don't know why we thought of this. Wait, what should this be? X plus. Oh, okay, so this should have just been, I guess, a normal power function right here. How has this been used in our code? Let's see. Power. Power is a const expr. Right, so what is the Taylor series of exp again? Let's have a look there. Because this is pretty much what I did, exponential function. Examples, e to the x, e to the x, e to the ix, right? Euler's identity. No, that's not what I want. Now, yeah, this is better. So x minus a over the factorial. Yeah, there you go. This is kind of what I'm doing, I guess. So you've got e to the x over. No, this is not quite what I've done. Oh gosh, I wish I just knew. I wish I put a comment here. What is this doing? This is definitely the Taylor expansion. Of what though? Of what? Okay, and this should also be, I guess, a complex. Right, does it still mess up, I guess? Let's see. Clean rebuild. Okay, no, it still doesn't work. Why? I is not a constant expression. Okay, it's a little bit better now. The errors are a little bit more friendly, but not quite there yet. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, what do you guys think of C++ errors? I'm kind of interested to know what people generally think of them. I basically had gotten kind of like used to them after working with C++ for years, but then I've not been working with C++ for a long time now. Not on a daily basis anyway. And now I'm just completely not used to them anymore, so. Error, I is not a constant expression. So I is not a constant expression. Why is that? Why is even... So transform, is that not const exp? This is interesting. Const exp output binary, okay. So right, we need to set the C++ settings here to 20. Oh, it's already on 23 though. C++ transform input const exp. This error is very complicated. Yeah, it's very complicated indeed. So basically the error says that this variable here, I, isn't a const exp variable. Can we do this? This doesn't work, right? Const exp. That is not valid syntax in C++, right? Yeah, no, it is not. Auto const. Let's see, let's see if there's an example line of something doing it. A const exp transform. I mean, why are we doing all of this, by the way? If you are interested, we're trying to turn this function or make it work properly in a const exp way. So we're basically just trying to get create circle to actually be generated at compile time. That's what I'm trying to do here. Previously it wasn't, but as soon as I added this const exp keyword here, then it complained, right? Even though I had all the const exp keywords and it wasn't complaining. So, Robin, what does const exp mean? So const exp is this idea in C++ that you can run code at compile time, right? So if you have a function that's called factorial and it creates the factorial numbers, so the factorial, I don't know, factorial 10, so the first 10 factorials, right? If that function is const exp, and if you can write it in a const exp way, that means that your compiler is actually going to run the code for that function and it's going to embed the output in the binary, right? So that code is not included, it's not included in the binary, but the output of the code will be. That's what const exp means. Actually, const exp kind of means that, really, because it means it can be done at compile time. It doesn't necessarily mean it will be done at compile time. There is another function, another keyword for that, which I guess Miguel is still watching. Do you know what the keyword is? I'll give you a little second to do. But there is a different keyword in C++ that says, you know, this will be evaluated at compile time. Because he hasn't replied, it's called const eval. There's another one, right? That's basically what it is. And for you to be able to turn a function const_expr and use it in a const_expr manner like here. So if you actually want it to be a const_expr called function, you have to declare it as a static const_expr, for example, and then the compiler will try to execute it. But for you to be able to do that, everything has to be const_expr, which means you can only use like const_expr variables such as array is const_expr. You can only use types that are const_expr as well, and you can't use certain things, like apparently I can't use the input to my, or in other words, the input to my transform function here. This doesn't work, right? Because I don't know how to do it. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to figure it out, but yeah. But why would you want it running at compile time? In what case is that preferred? It's not. I just thought it would be funny to do it. It would be fun, because yeah, why not? But mainly for performance, really, because if you can, well, in this case, I think my logic when I first created this code, which was probably over a year ago, my logic is that if I want to create very large graphical structures, like a circle with 100 different vertices, then if I do it at compile time, there is no overhead, right? But if I do it at runtime, then my Nintendo DS is going to be calculating that circle every time. That's the reason. Yeah, what Miguel said there is right. So const_expr means it can be done at compile time, but it doesn't mean it will be done. It's just that it can be done. And yeah. Okay, thanks guys. No worries, dude. Yeah, so like, I don't know why it doesn't let me do it, but I can see that this one here is const_expr, so type free, right? Let's see if there's an example of type free. No, there is no documentation, no examples of it here. Should we chat GPT here? Let's see if ChatGPT is actually good. Generally though, that's one of the things I found with ChatGPT and C++, is that ChatGPT doesn't really work very well with C++ because C++ has such a confusing documentation and such wild examples online. That's actually very hard for the language model to infer how to write code in C++, but we're going to try it here anyway. Let's see. All right, give me a code block for a C++ function that transforms a const_expr, right? Let's not miss that. Const_expr. C++ const_expr function that transforms an input stud array in values that doubles, right? Doubles and values with std transform. Now this is probably not going to work, but we'll see. So it says that the function is const_expr doubles a const t. I mean, the only difference we're missing here is the t value. What? Yeah, no, I can tell this is not going to work. But let's try it. Let's try. If I was to put that function here, and if just say I was to call that function, right? So something like I don't know, static const_expr auto test is going to be what? Double array. If it does work, I'll be very impressed. And we can do stud array Actually, can we do braces initialization here? No, maybe not. We do have int and then size 3, right? Oh, that works. That does work. Impressed. Is it bad practice to use auto often? No, it's actually, I think it's good practice anyway, because it infers certain things quite well. And say like you're using it as the return type for this function, you could change the return type of this function here to something like, you know, vector instead, and you don't have to rewrite that line, even though the code around it will still work in the same way. Also, it avoids, I think it avoids implicit conversions. If you don't know what that is, you can Google it. It's called implicit conversions C++, and it's just like an overhead, not an overhead, but you know, buggy behavior, I'd say, that you can get in the code when you implicitly convert a type to another. So also is good for that. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it does that, right? Let's see. Auto C++, auto implicit conversion. At least that's what I read somewhere. I'm not sure if it avoids that. I'm actually interested now because I'm doubting my assumptions here. Yeah, that's a good question. Why is it good to use auto? I always heard that it's good, you know, simply for the fact of letting the compiler figure out what types you actually want. Oh, what the hell? This is not C++. This is not a C++ website. What the hell? Oh yeah, you know, obviously it's a simple way to declare a variable that has a complicated type. You don't have to write the entire type in there. So it's good for like iterators and stuff. But there is something to do with conversions as well that I heard. Conversions. I disagree. Auto in this circumstances reduces conversions and dependencies if it's not important that a value has any particular type, that it has the correct one. Then, yeah. Ah, yeah. I see what this guy means. Yeah. So if you have a type that's getting passed around a few times, auto will ensure that it gets the correct type based on the context. So it will avoid unnecessary conversions, which is what I mean, implicit conversions, right? So yeah, that does make sense. I still stand with that point. So use auto when you can. But I don't remember for functions. Yeah, it's to do with that, Miguel. So if you have a type that is not explicit in the constructor, and it can be converted to, like, you know, if you have an integer or something like that, that can be converted to a structure of some sort, and it didn't define that constructor that takes an integer explicit, it will implicitly convert to that, and also can help you reduce that based on the context, so it keeps the correct value. But anyway, let's figure out what we have different here. So we have the array begin and end. Could it be this? Oh, wait a second. Wait, what? Array results. No, that can be constant. Yeah. I have the same thing here. So it's not that. I mean, it's not me using begin of indices instead of indices.begin, because it's the same thing. It's called ADL in C++. So ADL is stands for argument dependent lookup. So it just means that, you know, if there's a function called end in the same namespace as the namespace of this type here, array, it's going to be calling that function. So it essentially calls indices.end in this case. But I'm going to do that anyway because I don't trust myself. So const t value. What is this type? This type is point. Yeah, I mean, that is the only difference that we have here. No matching for operator. Oh, okay, no, this should have been float. Clean rebuild. I is not a constant expression, but it is though. It is a constant expression. What is going on? Is iota not a constant expression? Perhaps that's the error. Is iota not a constant expression? Maybe iota is the issue. Let's have a look at that std iota documentation. I'm gonna have to change this title, by the way. This is gonna be, you know, writing context per code in C++ or something like that, because we ended up not doing that much software development on the Nintendo DS, but we're doing a lot of research into in context per. So I am gonna change that. And please like the video, guys. I will appreciate if you do that. So iota. It's const expert since C++20. So I know that it's here. And the problem is 0, right? Because if I put I there and build, sorry, if I put 0 there and build, it works. So the issue is just that this I isn't const expert. And I don't understand why. Results.begin. I don't need that const expert here either, right? I'm pretty sure. You still give me the same error. Okay. What the hell? That's interesting. We made it work. So, you know, this is a good example of a, you know, I'm gonna make a short out of this. So let's set it up for the short. You guys ready? So this is a typical experience with C++ right here. So we have this kind of dubious syntax in C++ where we're trying to create a const expert function that calculates the indices of a circle, a unity circle. But then, as you can, I'm not going to tell you what the error is. Can you spot the error? If you can spot the error, fair enough. And then if we try to compile this, we get a very nice error here saying that the variable I is not a constant expression, right? Even though stud transform is const expert in C++23, which is what we're using here, and so is everything else. It tells us nothing, I guess. Oh, yeah, I guess it does, right? Later on, it tells us about the const expert here. But the very first error you see is this, and what the actual problem is this keyword here. So if you remove that and build, then it works, right? But you know, you can just see how much error you get, and this is like the typical like error experience in C++. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, once you do that, it works like magic. And it should still be running, right? So we still have, let's go for the emulator, just make sure that it's still working just fine. Recent room, bouncy ball. Yeah, so it's still kind of messed up. I mean, it still doesn't work properly, but you know, it is what it is, right? Now the thing is, can I, instead of having a circle that has 20 indices, can I put something like 100 here? Because this should not change anything in my binary. Well, except, you know, maybe the size. It's going to be a bigger size. Let's run that debugger again. Sorry, not the debugger, the Desmium emulator. Jesus Christ, what is that? There you go. I don't know why it's messing up so badly, but it is. So it seems like the more kind of triangles we have, the worse it gets, right? So if we just do something like 5 triangles, what do we get? Out of interest. That's a bit better. I mean, does not resemble a circle, but yeah. Let's do something, right? Let's try and just kind of draw each triangle with a different color, shall we? So we have the move ball function here. I'm not going to touch that for now. This is actually still wrong, by the way, because I don't apply the transform matrix properly. And we have the gravity ball. Now I don't know where my circle stuff is. There you go, this is where we draw the triangles. So for each unit circle in view slide to, oh mate, I'm using views here. I'm using ranges here. We're chilling. Yeah, so for each coordinate type, I'm taking like a slide of 2. So like I'm taking 2 items each time, basically. And this is like OpenGL, like OpenGL 2. So like this is really not what I'm used to. This has got the stack for pushing and popping matrices and stuff. Not great. Can't complain. So this is taking each coordinate tuple and doing a triangle. This is what I said, yeah, I'm doing a triangle from the center to this one and that one there, basically. That's what I'm trying to do here. But obviously something is going wrong. We don't know what it is. Okay, so maybe if we just remove these 2, I wonder what happens. I mean, if we just remove the newly calculated centers, because we don't care about the centers anymore, right? I just want to print the triangles and see what actually happens. So we draw each of them, and then at the very end, what do we draw? Center X to 0, what? Yo dude, what's going on? Can I do that again? Clean rebuild. Okay. Recent rooms. I mean, not great, I guess. This is still messed up. I have this project I want to do, but it has so many complicated parts, I don't even know where to begin. Begin with simpler shit, dude. Yeah, I mean, I've said it many times, you know, try figure out what is the simplest bit you can start with and then just go for that. But yeah, you know, a project like this where you have like actual computer graphics is hard because you know, whatever you start with is going to be difficult, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I draw all of those. So for each one. So I guess this pushes a vertex onto the draw matrix, into the draw stack, right? Let's see. Void is brief, specifies a vertex. So we specify a vertex here. Let's look at this function and see if there's any documentation for it. Usually I would go to docs.gl, but this is this is GL2 basically, so we're not going to put it. We're not going to find it there. Right, so it's going to be something similar in GL2, I guess, but GL vertex 3v16. So GL vertex 3i. Okay, we don't even have a v section here, but I guess they all do the same, right? So what does this? What does it say? Parameters v specifies a pointer to an array. Okay, no. Parameters x, y, z. Do we have any documentation on the libnds stuff? Oh, we seem to, yeah. So there you go. I mean, it's just the documentation we saw, so like it doesn't get much better than than the comments that we read before. So it specifies a vertex x, the x component for the vertex, y, you know, we kind of know that. Wait, also, surely this should have been inside this, right? Because then it specifies a single vertex here. Let me think about this. So for each coordinate tuple in this, we have a coordinate there, coordinate there. Yeah, I think that should be a little bit better actually, because this GL begin is saying that you're going to start drawing a triangle, and this is basically a stack for the triangle, right? Usually that's how things work in kind of like OpenGL2-ish like stack. So you begin a triangle and you pass in the vertices that you're going to be drawing. So we have here, we're going to have two vertices, right? So this is going to be in basically, let's see if we can go back here. So it's going to be kind of like this one and this one. That's what's in my for loop. And then the other one I manually draw at the origin, right? That's what it is. So basically, if I want to have just a circle drawn, a circle that actually makes sense, I could in theory do this, right? Why do we have all of this though? Can we not just pass in 0? What types are they? V16. Oh shit, no, yeah, I mean we do, apparently we do need those. So int to, wait, what was it again? Maybe that was the issue, by the way. So we have int to v16, int to v16. This is using 16 bits, I guess, or 2 bytes for the coordinates. And this is all like Nintendo DS specific shit, really. But yeah, I mean, we end the triangle there, and we've drawn all of them, right? So let's see if we can, if this makes a little bit more sense. It should still compile just fine. And we're gonna pop matrix, flush. We need to have a look at the matrix stuff as well, because this is the rotation matrix. But anyway. No. Okay, yeah, I do have Desmum on WSL, and this is much better. File open recent. This shit song, I'm sorry. Where is it? Where's my DS project? There you go, DS shot, bouncy ball. We've got debug, and we've got this. I mean, yeah, let's start using this one because I'm pretty sure that I've got the debug, the Desmum stuff in here, right? So Desmum. If I do my history and then grep Desmum, I feel like I've done this in the past. There you go, Desmum CLI, and I've got all the necessary stuff here. And then the port, and I've tried to debug this before, which is great. Oh, thank God my history never ends. So file doesn't appear to have a secure area. What does that mean? Maybe it's just waiting for us to actually run the code, right? Let's hope that it is. So if we look at the, oh, we even have a debugger in here already. Jesus Christ, I am so good at this. What the hell? I've already set up before, I didn't realize. Can I see the values? No, I cannot see the values. I can see the values, yeah. Yeah, I can see the values, that's amazing. Oh, this is so good. We can debug. By the way, for those wondering, I can see what I did in here already. I didn't realize I already set this up before. But Desmum has a debug build where it basically ships with a GDB server, or it ships with the functionality to create a GDB server. And with that GDB server, you can remote debug your binaries, right? Which means that if you have Visual Studio Code, and if you have settings like this one, where you say you want to remote debug somewhere, there you go, so my mode GDB, and then you pass in the server address here, then it will simply just debug your files, which is really good. Text file, elf, enable pretty printing. Maybe to make this actually work fine, I am going to run the elf binary. No, it has to be the NDS one, I guess. Let's do that again. And what I wanted to see is like what the hell is happening right here, right? Okay, it doesn't seem like I can jump into this for some reason. And I expect the GDB output finish, not meaning the processing packet M. Okay, I have no idea what that was, but it seems that we're going. Right, so the coordinate tuple here is 0, 3. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. So what is unit circle? We have 5 elements. First one is 0, 3, 0, 9. The other one is minus 0, 8, 0, 5. Can I get these values out somehow? Can I draw them all on a grid? I want to see what this looks like on a grid, basically. Because I don't trust myself, basically. Oh my god, this is really annoying. Can I copy value? Can I not just copy the whole thing? Can I really not copy the whole thing? Where's the debug terminal? There you go. That's better. And then we can do like 6, right? Here. Or can we not show this? What's the GDB cheat sheet? So you can print them. Is print a thing? No, unable to create a variable object. Yeah. This is not GDB, is it? This is. Wait, what is this debug console? Like, what? It should be taking GDB stuff, right? GDB commands. Then. So if we do P unit circle no, this also doesn't work. Unable to create variable object. Yeah, I don't think this is understanding my GDB commands. Wait, what actually is a debug console? VSCode, debug console, GDB commands. For debugging child process after fork. Okay. For the C++ GDB, LLDB debug environment, you can set GDB, LLDB, and LLDB MI commands directly through the debug console with the exec command. Okay, right. That's interesting. So if we do exec, print, and then we have unit circle at 10. It does not work, does it? Okay, that's better. Oh gosh, all of this just to print out some stuff in the GDB. Why did I do this? Well, because we guys are going to basically just print all of this, right? So, okay, yeah, so we just want 6 there. We are gonna draw with ChatGPT and see what this looks like. Plot circles, red circles, corresponding to the given array of real numbers. No. Do an actual plot. And plot an image. Oh my god, I thought ChatGPT 4 was supposed to give you images nowadays, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. Plot online. XY. So what do we have here? So the first one we've got is this one. X and Y is there. And everything else is going to be somewhere else. Okay. Wait, what is it supposed to be? Just comma separated? Is that correct? What is it supposed to be? Ah, okay. So we have got to do this. There you go. All of this just to debug my circle and see what's going on there. Maybe this is the very long way to do it, but I don't care anymore. I'm just trying to not think about this anymore. It seems to be, you know, the correct Unity like roots basically. So far, I can't really see anything like too bad. Like if one of them was like out here somewhere, then you would kind of imply what's wrong, right? But so far, I can't really see. Oh no, yeah, it is. There you go. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. That is what I mean. Am I even doing this correctly? Yeah. So yeah, so this is what we have, and it's kind of like these are the points we got given back from our unit circle, right? And the fifth one is just I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the fifth one is just I'm expecting this to be here. You see, I don't know why it's not like doing the correct one. And is that what we actually see in the debugger? Let's see. I have no idea what's going on here. No idea why I didn't finish my does mean thing. But anyway, okay. sure why it doesn't like cause it to finish either. I did not want to do it with the GDB, that's why I wanted to... There you go. So is this what we kind of see here? Let's bring this side by side. Kind of is, right? We've got those 3 points there. Obviously they are going to here. But then... Yeah, we've got this triangle as well being drawn for some reason. Yeah, first of all, this one is way out. I don't know why. Like you can see here that the first value is 2 point something. And if I'm honest with you, this is not supposed to be this high. This value is not supposed to be more than like more than 1 basically, because it's a unit circle, right? So there's definitely something going wrong. Something going on here. Something going wrong very clearly. But I guess we can debug that some other day, because like, I mean, at least we found what the issue is. The issue is that the circle generator is not creating nice circles, basically. It's creating the wrong coordinates for my circle. And I do apologize for that, guys. But yeah, we're gonna finish this some other day. I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm like, cannot think anymore. And this is as much learning as I can do for today. But, you know, thank you all very much for watching, and if you have liked this video, please drop it a like. I'm probably gonna have to change the name of the stream, because we did very little kind of actual programming for Nintendo DS. We kind of spent most of the time doing some context split work instead. But it was fun. I enjoyed talking to you guys, and thank you all for joining. And I'll try to make this next stream a little bit more interesting. I understand that, you know, doing C++ is not the most interesting thing ever, but I hope that some of you liked it anyway. And I will see you guys in a couple of days, hopefully. And I hope you have a good evening, and till next time, bye bye.